Greetings, namaste. Welcome to our beautiful new world filled with incredible light, love, and all sorts of amazing things flying around the sky, in and out, portals opening. Ah, what an exciting time to be alive. How absolutely amazing. Am I on screen? Can I hear myself? Cool. So, waiting for anybody to pop in and just welcoming us. Beautiful souls of light and love, and so much work that we're doing here, there, everywhere, creating, holding, gridding, sparkling, dancing, eating, drinking. Yeah, I just reminded myself again to remind all of us, just to remind ourselves to bless our water. So we are, to keep that water going, because it's within every beautiful sacred drop is held all the codes from millions of years back, billions of years back, to billions of years in the future. We hold these droplets of water. So let us welcome in this beautiful, incredible day of light and rainbows and bubbles and all sorts of exciting things that everybody's doing. So let us just first clear and clean our personal temple, because this beautiful body is holding so much and changing as we speak into beautiful crystalline bodies of light and love and pillars of our destiny. So let us open our sacred chakra in the center of our face, our beautiful third eye, opening it up to divine white, crystalline, pure light, and allowing the codes to flow in, and opening our crown chakra to allow the energy and the light to pour in, bringing new codes into us, clearing our throat chakra, dropping all the trauma that we have, and awakening our beautiful heart petal. Namaha Lakshmi. Opening it up to love, the beautiful petal, the beautiful lotus with the incredible pure jewel within. So yeah, I'm back in Tibet, just holding the light, just expanding the light, just pouring the light. I thought this would be easy and it would be a simple task, but it's busy up here. It's really, really busy. It's like a huge conglomeration of folk over here. So needing lots and lots of clearing and healing. I'm sending out a lot of energy from here. So let us clear the temples and clearing, very, very big on clearing the portals and cleansing the portals. So with my trusty wand of spiritual guide, which has been around for many, many decades, let us just very quickly clear ourselves. With this sacred fire, we burn away all old issues of trauma and drama within the still point, within the base chakra, within the higher chakras, within the base chakras, and settling in the still point center of our heart, emanating our rainbows, emanating our glow, emanating our purity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And bringing in a special clearing and a special protection to all the portals that we create a sacred web and a sacred code to just allow all that is to the highest and to the betterment of humanity, to the highest good of all kind. So be it, and so it is. So clearing the beautiful space without Tibetan Om Mani Padme Hum. Really bringing in the... Hello, my darling Trista. Thank you, my love. We were just clearing our temple, opening our third eye, and feeling very strongly to clear the smoke with the holy smoke, the portals, because there are millions that have opened. But I'll get into that just now also. They've really opened up to allow there's a lot of beautiful beings coming in, not just going out. So they're pouring in. As I did say long ago, lots of things are coming in. So angelic and other, out of this planet, off this planet. It's okay. It's all right. You just, I'm just clearing. I'm smoked ourselves. Opened the third eye a little more, emanating our light. And that is fun, isn't it, Krista and Trista? I know. I have a little soul sister. She's crazy. She's absolutely one of us. She's one of those fools. Whoops. Yeah, that's a big one that's running through my head today. Again, it's been the mantra of my life for many, many times. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. So, yeah. So I was just feeling very greetings, Victor. Sorry, I didn't mention your name. Thank you, Victor. You are so blessed, and so I'm so honored to be part of the work that you do. I'm so glad that we connected into that incredible space. Yeah, it's pumping. It's really pumping. As they say, absolutely, Trista, my darling. As they say, one good person can change the world where 7 million can't. So that's our little truth wave. Yeah, it was very big today, but it's just getting bigger and bigger. So yeah. So so I've been feeling very much just to clear and to put a protection of smoke over the portals, because there's millions that have been opened, literally billions of portals from all over. Because there's a lot of beings coming in right now that are coming, and good ones. They're coming in to help us and to work with us and to create all sorts of amazing things. And I'm just hanging out here back in Tibet. I thought it was the easy route, but it's like huge. It's very busy here in Tibet. It's my other great mantra for many years, and please use this. I say it often. Don't reach for the stars. It's rude. Ask somebody to pass them to you. So I'm just getting lots and lots of information. So right now, let's just welcome, and I'm not sure where to start, but let's just start with Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, the beautiful jewel in the lotus. I should warn you. That was a very good one. So, where to start? Gosh. It's quite nice just to be in Tibet. So I went to go and get a new diary today. There's a particular shop, but they hadn't got their new stock in. So usually I find them, and I always want something that's got no lines in it. So eventually I thought, there at the bottom was this great big book lurking. So I thought, oh well, that's what's there. I'm going to take this. It seems like it's very it's big. It's a whole new chapter, a big new chapter. I feel like I'm opening this great big book of life here. So I've got, I don't know how many diaries here. Many are doodled because I didn't see much. I could write, but I couldn't read it back. So welcome to the new age, as I've been saying for a long time. So keep that very much in front of us. When was it? It was, this was like the last couple of months, about 2 months ago, when that whole newness started. Oh, it was over equinox, I think. Solstice. when that opened and everything was made new and Christ is risen and all that. Millie, my darling, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to see you doing such amazing stuff. Well, hey, aren't we all? We're all just doing amazing stuff. I'm just feeling just to expand and expand and expand and expand and expand this light all over to the cosmos, back down into little balls in the earth. I'm doing a lot. So yeah, as I did say, it's written here that there are a lot of, we know that all these portals have been popped open. I think it's just the beginning, lots and lots of portals. But there are lots of beings. That's part of my thing why I want to keep the rainbows going all over the planet, because it's just so nice for the people that are waking up to find this beautiful rainbow energy. But also it's pouring. There are a lot of incredible beings that are coming in through the portals to help us. So welcome them, whoever's there, please. Go and welcome them. We are rocking and rolling everywhere. Indeed, indeed, indeed. So as I said, I don't know where to start, except that I have a very, very big new book. And I put on Discord, I put that sigil. I think I mentioned it for like, I don't know, for about a week. Closer, there was almost nothing else was coming. Just that every time I wanted, no matter how I asked, I got almost the same sigil. So eventually I thought, you know what, I think that we need this one. So it works a lot with that healing of the trauma and the self-worthy, and it's even got, so maybe I'm going to draw it in the beginning of this book, because I just think it's really meant for us for now. I did get new sigils today. So where are we? Where are we? I have so much interesting, amazing information. The 3 new pillars that have come down. So yes, we know we're in a new age. The whole energy has shifted. We've leveled up to who knows where. Josh, greetings, Josh. Yes, thank you, Papa Josh. Yeah. So, yeah, the 3 new pillars. I like the 3. I like to work with the triangle, the Holy Trinity, on so many levels. I do have 3 dots tattooed on my head for I don't know how long. I always used to joke about it. I said I'm not like the Indians, you know, that was the Hindu way of getting divorced. Oops. So I couldn't, because they tattooed here. Many years later, I saw that they were actually the holy goddesses from the Celtic tradition, but they just mean so much. And usually when people ask me why I have them on my head, I say, well, what does it mean for you? Because it just means more for me. Bless you, bless you, bless you. So this is, so you maybe want to write this down, because it's really working on so many levels. The 3 new pillars. The first one is the Holy Triangle. The Holy Trinity is knowing. And I just saw it somewhere just recently, and I thought I'd written this long ago, above my doors, because it's something that always, and the more I went into it, that in the West, we only have half the same. So everybody knows the Greek thing of know thyself, but on the other side of the temple door, the other half of that is know thyself and you will know the world. So that's what we're going. So knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Everybody's learning this and everybody's learning that, and about herbs and spices and kundalinis and energy and chakras and rainbows and rainbow bodies and channeling and not channeling and angels here and angels. It's like, it's wonderful, but it's kind of confusing for some people too. Yeah, for many years. She's my sister. I was thinking about that. That was also a while ago. I was thinking, I don't know if I'm a star seed. I'd like to call myself a light seed. It makes more sense for me. Yeah. It just makes a lot more sense. So the first pillar, the next pillar is faith. I'm just really blessed. I've said for many years, my faith is my superpower. It's like believing or knowing believing in what chocolate cake might taste like, but until you've tasted it, you don't know. So I'm very blessed to have many little episodes in my life of really knowing things. That's why I know that I can do this with this light body and see the Buddha in the light body, because it appeared to me when I was really busy on like totally practical stuff, you'd like so busy, you doing white line fever, driving the kids to school, you have no time. And I didn't even talk to you about it before, and you're breathing and doing all this stuff. And then the Buddha just appeared, this like rainbow Buddha appeared in my car on my dashboard, and it would travel with me. And I thought, oh, well, thank you, this is like beautiful. But, dash home, so, dash back, fetch the kids, blah, 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 blah. So that was really, a natural bindi. Some people do, and it's like that's the Chinese face reading, very important. So knowing, faith. So faith is my superpower. So I hope that you guys have also got super, but that's without a doubt, and it's a big one. So we work on it more and more. We get little snippets, like Victor knows. Victor knows that the energy that he was sending out to people, they were receiving it. So nobody will ever. That's his unshakable faith that the work that we're doing is going out there. Now we're starting to see it, but we've had to do this for a long time without seeing. And it's like wobbles a lot of people. So that's kind of that faith, which is you get a little taste of it and nobody will ever shake that. Okay. And the other one, which is like really this is my heart core, and it's what I'm hugely working on more and more and more, is devotion. So those are the three new pillars that we're working with. So it's knowing, faith, and devotion. And I was thinking about that devotion also takes that true unconditional love, true grace. And you cannot but be grateful. It all ties in together. When you are so grateful, and it just starts to automatically become devotion. Yeah. So choose how you are devoted. Yeah. So so this is like welcome to the Christ consciousness and new timeline. So many of us, it's like this is for many, there's more, but the 13D has been opened, which is Christ consciousness and the Christos Sophia. So for those that are there, welcome home. What did I want? Okay, so I have been, this is what's coming in now. So I just sit up there and we have a few interesting soul whisperings. So the energy of Sanat Kumara is coming in hugely. Let's put this up beautifully because I did like dash around a little bit. And I did see yesterday how beautiful that even the earth is becoming rainbows. And then I had to jump out again because I promised to be in Tibet. And I'm very happy here. Even Ganesha's here. Ganesha's long been in Tibet. He's has deep reverence in Japan and obviously in India and all those Asian countries. Where he's naturally there, So I do like this. So as I said, I'm like, sorry guys, a little bit. I did try and ground. I did. And we did such a beauty, and I lost a whole lot of my work, and that's fine. I don't really mind. Here we go. So I want to. So Sanat Kumara is part. Now I've said I was kind of brought up with this by osmosis. I wasn't like put into my brain space, but my mother was very into the Spiritualist Church and the Ascended Masters and the Great White Brotherhood. And I've got these amazing books which I didn't read. Some I did read, but I had some of her, lots of the stuff. And I said, I will save it for my retirement. Well, I have no books, so you be careful what you say because you're going to have to deal with it. So this is my retirement. I just sit in energy. Now I do a lot of stuff here, but I sit in energy as much as I can when I walk and when I can meditate and just expanding that light body. And I'm just so blessed to be able to do that, you know. I don't have to run around after kids. I have like kicked and screamed along the way because I do like being busy with my hands. But hey, my whole life I've been making incredible things. So who is Sanat Kumara? Sanat Kumara is known across many esoteric traditions as a great spiritual being. The little bit that I know is that he came to Earth and he refused to go. He said he's going to stay here until every last person is saved. So that's a little bit I know about him, and that he is actually Indian. I think he was a Hindu. So he's often referred to as the Ancient of Days, the Lord of the Flame, the Regent of Earth, one of the four Kumaras from the ancient Hindu texts, a Venusian master who came to Earth eons ago to hold the light of consciousness during humanity's darkest hours. He's really coming out now, so you're going to be hearing a lot about it from all over the place, I've no doubt. Sorry, I do get this stuff way ahead. This is what it is. He is said to have come from Venus. I relate to that very much, especially from the etheric city of Shambhala. I relate to that. I have Chinese in me, bringing the light of the sacred head, of the sacred heart to earth, when the flame of spiritual wisdom had nearly gone out in humanity. Excuse me, I'm really battling, and I was wondering with my eyes, everything's like it's like I'm walking through clouds. But then I realized what it is. It's like everything's hazy in my eyes and I can hardly see, but it's actually energy beings around. That's what they look like walk, you know, it's just like beautiful mist. So I'll be okay that I can't see right now. Everything's like I'm underwater. Okay, his purpose and mission, Sanat Kumara's mission, is to anchor the Christ light on earth before humanity was ready to receive it, to overlight the planetary logos, the consciousness of earth as a living being, to help humanity remember its divine origin, and to hold the evolutionary path steady until we could hold it ourselves. So there are a few of us, we're just holding the light. The rainbow, the big rainbow boom, the sonic boom Tibet. Maybe I'll leave one day. Whatever. His love for Earth is so immense that he offered to stay in the planetary field until every soul remembers. Energetic presence. Sanat Kumara is felt as a brilliant white, golden, pink flame of compassion and radical authority. A fusion of divine masculine and divine feminine, divine wisdom. A master of ascension, often working with Lady Venus, Gautama Buddha, and the Christed Solar Lords. He is often visualized wearing a radiant robe of shimmering light with a diamond or golden flame at the crown and surrounded by the White Brotherhood or Council of Light. You may recognize his energy if you feel called to planetary service from a place of love and duty. You feel a deep connection to Venus, Shambhala, or ancient Lemuria. You resonate with the phrase, the light of the world. You experience visitations from radiant beings with golden skin, white hair, or Venusian symbols. And a short invocation of Sanat Kumara. O Lord of eternal flame, ancient of days, holder of the Christed light. Sorry, guys. It's a big times we're in, you know. I'll try again. O Lord of eternal flame, Ancient of days, holder of the Christed light, shine your diamond fire through my being. I can't actually do this right now. I'll try again just now. Are we there? Flo, thank you. Yes, just calm down. I've got water. And I was just reminding us to please, just pour some rainbows in there. Just that's fine. Put some rainbows in your water. Just we tend to forget. There's so much we've got to remember. So cheers. It's like sparkling rainbow, and the stuff is happening so fast. Be careful what you think. Be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you say, guys. It's all happening so huge. Yeah. In the old temples in Egypt, well, many of the old masters, many of them, the old initiations, before they were initiated into any of this knowledge, I'll talk about something way down here for a while. We'll go back to the invocation just now. They had to take a vow of silence and go into silence for whatever, 3 months, 2 years, 5 years, to learn to be still, because the word is so powerful. The word is so powerful that they had to control each single specific word that came out of their mouth was of creation. So, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm grounding. I have to put stones in my pocket. No crystals. Can you imagine if I had crystals with me right now? I am off the planet. And that's okay. But thanks, Millie. I appreciate that. Lots. That's also something, I've got so much information today. I remember I was asking about gold the other day. This gold that's coming down. It's there. I know a lot of us are starting to see more and more of it. And it's coming from the photon belt, and she's amazing. She's actually she's a professor in England, very humorous. But she was just saying that gold, I'm sure I've heard it before, but gold is not from this planet. Gold is from stardust. So any gold in this planet was not here. It has fallen from the stars. So, oh, wonderful. Yeah. So if you've got that, and it's so interesting because that's really all I wear. I used to wear lots of jewelry, but then it was just two bracelets from my mother, which are gold. Long story, but that's just all I wear. Well, I haven't. My son bought me this, and I thought it was a spaceman, but it's because my eyes. But it's upside down. It's the tree of life. But the way I see it looks like a little spaceman. So, yeah, and then that he gave me. So that's all I wear. But yeah, please anoint yourselves and adorn yourselves. I think Hindu women own 80% of the gold jewelry in the world. They do a lot of gold. But that's gold. So gold is not from this planet. So anybody working with gold or gold water, or enjoy also the silver water. While I'm on, there's a lot of strange things. I don't know why. She was also talking about the methylene blue, which apparently Vance was seen putting into his water. So she was just talking about it, and so it's very like what I say, because it's very passionate about the creation of the from there the chemical, the beginning of the chemicals that they made, and it all started with looking for dyes, some other word, but looking to dye clothing, and it was created as a dye, obviously in Germany. This was created as a blue dye, and just backtrack a little bit. That was like when things really changed, was the whole Prussian era, and you have Prussian blue, which is not a real color. It was manufactured. I wonder if it's the same, could be a link in there. But that was from my Rudolf Steiner training. That's when huge things just completely changed. So that was Otto von Bismarck. There was a huge shift in the energy that the earth had. So, and that was with that beginning of the synthetic dyes. But anyway, it was created as a synthetic dye. And when somebody was looking at some things that was used to use under a microscope and to dye things that they were looking at, it was actually, they noticed that it reacted very strangely and interestingly with malaria. So they started to use it as a drug to work with malaria and to combat malaria. And that then, this methylene blue, became the very first completely, totally, utterly 101% synthetic pharmaceutical. So people, I don't know why people are using it to clean, the Smurf blue face. So that's as far as I'm going with it. So it's 101%, the very first completely, totally manufactured synthetic chemical. So I just thought that was so. Hello, my beautiful Chloe. You're such a fairy child. Don't mess with her. Thank you. Hello, Chloe, love. So that I did want to mention about that. Just like look after the portals, whoever's there. As I said, it's more not so much things going out right now. Obviously, some are traveling out there, but a lot of things, and it's upset for a long time. What's coming in? I was saying, well, you don't know what's coming in. Anyway, just look after those portals. I was just smoking them, so I'm looking at just the good things that are coming in and coming through our beautiful happy rainbows. Yeah, don't mess with the rainbows. They come with thunder. Oh, what have we got? Oh, the fog. No, it's not the fog. I'm just saying everything's in fog right now, but it's okay. There's no fog out there. It's my own thing. Clean the portals, very important. Sanat. Let's try and do the Sanat Kumara, and let me put in. There is a very beautiful new sigil. That's his sigil of divine cosmic love flowing in. Now I'm going to start crying again. Oh no, I can't do this. I'm too emotional. No, come on, you've got to do this. You're not allowed to be emotional right now. And remember, we are, I couldn't, it wouldn't I have to reload it. We are the keepers of the ancient future. Well, that's what I've stood with. Feng Shui means can you, under the canopy of heaven, our ancient future. Okay, let's try again. A short invocation to Sanat Kumara. I don't think I'll try. O Lord of eternal flame, Ancient of days, holder of the Christed light, shine your diamond fire through my being. Help me remember why I can't do this. I'm just going to post it on Discord, okay? Because I think some of us might want to do this. I can't do it. I'm sorry. 11:30. I can't do it. Sometimes it's impossible. It's very big, guys. And I mean, I've known it's big. It's just like you have no idea what I did in South Africa. So yeah, no, you got that twatted. Sorry. I have so much research, but it's got scattered, in writing. Really. And they actually said that they would make it so difficult that nobody would ever be able to put it together and find out what happened. But I really did find out. I did stop the world. But it's fine for a while. Here I am, I'm doing the same, and it's back in the same place. And it's interesting. I was thinking that on my meditation walk today. I often wondered, and I'm just like, we have to carry. We don't have to, but we're often called to carry from the place of our birth, where we're born, or where we are situated. Obviously, there are other things that come in. but we carry a lot. And it was always my hair, obviously. I've moved into the silver fox now. But if you took like a chunk of little hair out of my hair, it was always fascinated me that I had every single texture of hair. If our hair or our antenna, I had every single texture of hair in my head, in just like 6 strands. Yeah, it would be this fine stuff that was almost blonde. Then there would be red hair, and that was thicker. And I would like we'd like giggle about it when I was at school and we would play under the microscope. And then there were wavy ones, and then there were these completely crissy things that I said, look, I've even got pubic hair growing out of my head, and all the different colors. So I had black hair and red hair and some blonde, and that was just my natural thing. So it's going to be awesome. So enjoy Laura's stuff. So that was something that came up in a little conversation today. So yeah, that's what we're called to. So those are just clues of what we're here to do. Yeah, we know what we're here to do, but sometimes it's nice to have clues. And say, okay, that just makes sense. So, or your generational stuff, what's the blood that you're born with. Yeah. And sometimes it can be really strange for people because they've been adopted and they don't know their blood, but their bloodline is still within them. I straddle 3 generations. My Opa was born in 18-something. I was born in 19-something. And my son was born in 2001. So in between, I straddle these. It's quite a lot to carry. But I got the hair. It's okay, I got the hair. And I got thunder thighs. Okay, so I was talking to I had coffee with my son today, and you know, you can talk about the silliest things that can lead you onto this huge big journey. In Germany, I said to him, didn't you want, because we've got a whole lot of what they call the Abi schools here in my area, and they are the apprentice schools. And it just like always fascinates me in Germany. Everything's like you've got to even have an apprenticeship to clean a house, clean windows. It's not like you can come here and start painting. There's no chance. You know, you can't just go and become a gardener. You have to have gone to school. You have to have your papers, and then you get your masters. You can work up. You can't just paint. You have to have a proper degree to paint a house. So that's why everything is kind of built properly the first time round. So, and I was just saying to him that they make a good lunch at our local little supermarket here. So I said, and because like I said, they're so cute, you know, the Zimmermans. I didn't know what a Zimmerman was, and I asked somebody long ago. I said, "What's this?" Because there's a shop called Zimmerman. He said, and we didn't speak English. We couldn't speak English. We spoke music and very little English. So he said, no. I said, what's a Zimmerman? And he's trying to explain. He said, no, Jesus' father. I said, carpenter. So now we all know that his Zimmerman is a carpenter. And they dress like really interesting. Everybody's got their way of dressing. And I said to him, you know, and they wear these funny little waistcoats. I said, and before I used to think that they were waiters, because a lot of waiters that have from the old, they have old farmhouses here, and they'll wear the traditional old dirndl, and then the guys will dress with the knickerbockers and all of that. So it's all very twee sometimes. I've told you, I live in this crazy little village. So he said, no, they must be a Wandergesela. I said, what's a Wandergesela? He said, no. He said, like a lot of things in Germany still like follow very, very old traditions. Okay. He said, now if you see them, because I want to show you a picture. It's a Wandergesela there. And okay, so and then I thought, okay, this is the fool. So Wandergesela, let me tell you his story before I read it to you. He said, and if you see them, they look like little leprechauns. So they finish their abattoir, and then they go on a wandering. So what they do, I'm just trying to find where I've got a photograph of them. Wandergesela. Oh, you can't, can you see? So this will do this, okay? Can you see the, they don't come out big, man. These things are really, can you see these guys? Lips. There we go. So they have these little waistcoats, and then they have these little hats and these jackets and these corduroy pants, and they're all dressed like this. What do you, they don't have the jackets, but they got these little waistcoats, and these are just the guys from the Abbey Shore, yeah. And they all have this little belt around them, and it's got all these hundreds of little pockets, and it's got all the tools of their trade. And I just often think, you know, this is why things are like they are in Germany, and that's they're really proud to be this, and they look like they come from another century. So he said, no, what they would do, so then they decide to go on a Wandergesel, so, which means they become a journeyman. So they get rid of their car. They have no money. They get rid of all their possessions. They tell the Gemeinde they're going on a Wandergesel, which is for 2 years. So they leave with this little knotted stick and nothing else. Okay, I'm going to just, because I'm going to put, which I just thought this was exactly who it is. No, they're not going to be nice. There we go. So this is a Wandergesela. As far as this is the Fool. I did these when I was blind, so that's another long story. So off they go with their wooden stick. They have absolutely no possessions with them, no credit card, no cell phone. This is modern day stuff. They have no cell phone, and they go wandering. They tell the Gemeinde that they're off now on a Wandergesel. And they go and they have their ear pierced, and they have a gold earring put in their ear, so that if anything happens to them, that they will use that gold, that earring, and that will be enough to send them back home or to bury them. So otherwise they have absolutely no possessions. And they wander around for 2 years, a year or 2 years, and they don't get paid. They just, like, they're recognized by their stick and by their outfit, and they just work for board and lodging, so for food, and they don't get paid. They just learn the trade wherever they go. And apparently that if they, I can't remember what he called it, this isn't in here, but if they misbehave or they like sleep with the boss's wife or something, they will rip the earring out of their ear, so it will cause a scar, and they called something. So obviously it'll be very difficult for them to get a job again, because they will always see that they are not a good, honest worker, because they will have the scarred ear. So very interesting. And then I just thought, but that whole thing sounds exactly like the Fool. So the beginning of it, the journey, where the Fool is just going off onto nowhere, no money, nothing. So they do this today. Okay. So a Wandergesela is a traditional German term referring to a journeyman, specifically one who is traveling as part of their profession and personal development. This comes from the medieval guild system. Here's a deeper breakdown. A wanderer is to wander or travel, and a Gesela is a journeyman or companion. Together, Wandergesela literally means wandering journeyman. The origin and meaning in German-speaking countries, especially in the past and even among some today, after a craftsman finished their apprenticeship, they became a Gesela, a journeyman. Many chose to go on a Wanderjahr or a waltz, a traditional journey that could last 2 to 3 years or more, traveling from town to town. They would offer their skills in exchange for food or shelter, learn new techniques from different masters, grow personally and spiritually through the experience. They often wore distinctive traditional clothes, including a hat and corduroy suit, and carried a stance, a knotted walking stick, and a bundle of belongings. Symbolically, the Wandergesela represents a sacred journey of learning through doing, humility and dedication to one's craft, trust in the world as a teacher, a rite of passage into mastery and deeper wisdom. So isn't that just cool? So I thought that that was just absolutely the beginning of the Fool's Journey, or the beginning of the Fool in the tarot card deck. So they still do that now, which I've just found absolutely fascinating. And I know that when they put the roof up on house, they are so pagan here. There's always like, they do a very big thing when they put the wooden trusses up on a roof. And if you walk past a house that's been built, then there's all this like dangling stuff at the top, like a maypole with flowers and ribbons, and they had this huge big party when they put the roof up, which is really wonderful. I mean, these are why I'm sharing this, is these are just some of the ancient future that we don't know. So it's nice to be able to find some of these beautiful things so that we can, we have a roof wetting or something. It's most of the West has trickled down into such a smidgen of what it was, So if you still have some of your old connections to your ethnicity, or that we're finding new ancient future rites to bring into our new earth, the roof over your head is really important, yeah. But it's so beautiful. They go without pay for 2 years, and these guys would take it seriously, because I can tell you that if they're caught with a cell phone, they'll have that earring ripped out their ear. Did you hear that about it's okay. Did you hear that about the Wanderer? The Wandergesela. So wherever this is on the thing, just go back, Care Bear, and it's about the Fool, and it's like, I didn't realize he's a real thing. This part of our history here in Germany that I just found out today. So yeah, so these were the cards. When I came, and then anyway, whatever, and I had nothing, and I really could hardly see. So I first started, I thought, well, what I did a whole lot of drawings. Slowly, I'll share some of them with you. And the first one that I drew, because I would see this stuff, like a shadow. So I thought, well, if I just draw in the shadow, then I'll draw things, yeah. So that's how I started drawing. And also just thought, well, I just need something. I'm not buying any stuff. So I just had a pen and a paper. And then, and the first one was this like head with all these words coming out of it. And it was, I called it what? Eyes Wide Shut. Yeah. So I drew a lot of like my son's, some really beautiful things, collecting stars and all that. And I drew like hundreds of drawings. I've got like this huge big folder of drawings. And I thought, this is getting like, so like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? I need a project. So I thought, well, okay, that's a project. 78 cards is the tarot card deck. So I had I didn't work with a pencil. I drew straight with a pen. And I said, there are no mistakes. So I'm not going to jump around and do what I feel that I want to do. I'm just going to work systematically through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And first I thought that I would draw them from memory, which was not bad, because then that's kind of what I was seeing in the sky. So they became, no, this is a real one. This is a real Fool. So just go and, so that was the first one that I drew. Okay, from kind of what I was seeing from memory, the Fool. And then I thought, no, and then I did the Magician, and I thought, no, I need to like kind of like can't remember all 78 cards in my head. I mean, I know I have a superior, fantastic, crazy memory, but the 78, all the cards. And it was interesting because just after I'd done this, then Dior did a whole like thing. So I'm like, I really do this stuff. Then Dior did a whole collection based on the tarot cards, which was just absolutely beautiful. So then I would like sit with my computer, and I would just like go into the Rider-Waite deck, and I would like expanded so hugely. So each little section, it was really difficult, guys. You must know I really could not see very much. And of course, wherever I started, and I couldn't put the pen down properly. So, but I challenged myself that there were no mistakes. Okay. I was not going to use an eraser. I was not going to use a pencil. So wherever I put the line, that's where it would be. So that's why you have all these lines all over each other. So that was the first card I did. And then I did the Magician. Then I went all the way through the deck. I learned so much about the deck. And then the Fool was again the last card that I did after I'd finished all the 78 cards. And they were all, I won't say no mistakes, but they were just very interesting. So here's the end. And when I really started to bond with them was when I was just, because I think PG put one up, this was the Fool. And it was just such a beautiful meditation. They were such ballerinas. I absolutely loved these ballet thighs and the ballet shoes. So this was the Fool. It's one of my most favorite ones. And they all had these pretty little dresses on. But if you know the Rider-Waite deck, well, he's the guy that wrote it. So these are all the cards are very specific to them. I did put them in a book somewhere. But yeah, just where's the birthday boy? Aren't we just? It's just so, yes, we have got a really, really powerful, beautiful community. Yeah, but yeah, if anybody wants to teach you, please use that book, because I think if you color them in, then you really get to know these. They are. I mean, they're beautiful. They really are. They're quite breathtaking. So it would be a beautiful journal if anybody's learning to do the tarot. Yeah, I do read tarot. I did it mainly. I did make money when I lived in America. I read cards on the beach. That's where I started. No, I started with cards before, but it's like a crazy journey for me. Yeah. So other people do your beautiful cards. Yeah. Yeah, they are very special. And the book, I think it is available on Amazon. I don't know. It keeps telling whatever. So it's just like a journal. So that is about it for today, guys. So we are, I don't think I can, should I try again and see if I can? But I'm going to put this new sigil up. Oh, and then I made a whole calendar, and I got quite a few accolades actually for it. I entered the design, some big design thing. So I created this crazy little box calendar because what was I going to do with it? You know, I like to do stuff, but yeah, I was still being smacked by Saturn and almost whatever, Jupiter upside down. Oh yes, that's where we were yesterday. So still back into bed, talking to. No, I'm not going to. I'll post it up, and you can read it for yourselves if you wish, or maybe I won't post it. Do you want me to post it? Happy birthday, Clint. Yeah. No, let's read it. We do need to. Some of us need to hear this. Some of us are really dedicated to this. Just now. Okay. A short invocation to Sanat Kumara. O Lord of eternal flame, ancient of days, holder of the Christed light, shine your diamond fire through my being. Help me remember why I came, and guide me gently to walk the path of sacred remembrance. May I hold light as you held it for us, with humility and love. I open to wisdom. So it is, so be it, so be it, so be it. So lots of things, lots and lots of breathing to be done. I've given you lots. I was just thinking to do the Humsa breathing, which means Humsa. I am that I am. That's what the Humsa means. And if you breathe it from your heart to your head, and it makes those wings. But we'll go over that another time. Right now, I'm just holding light. Did I want to do that breathing? I wanted to bring in the mother, but I wanted to do this one again. As I said, I lost a whole lot of stuff, which is fine. You know how it happens. Yeah. So let us just remember with our self-worth empowerment, which came as a beautiful code, that I'm the mirror of the divine. Sorry, I really am a little over the place today, guys. Thank you for your kindness and your understanding. So I hope you enjoyed your macabres and all that stuff piling down. There we go. I did like that one very much. And if you missed yesterday, they're all coming down like snowdrops, so and melting into our skin, because I was a little stressed about the worthiness that we were having. So this just works a bit with our worthiness. We'll get there. So visualize and just it is, you can see it's also the beautiful diamond within this incredible rainbow lotus. I am the mirror of the divine, worthy beyond words, held in beauty, made of stars. I rise in remembrance. I stand in my sacred light. It is a diamond lotus radiating from our solar plexus, wrapped in rainbow spirals and golden geometry, pulsing softly with the breath of the earth. You can sit or lie in stillness and place your hands over your solar plexus and your heart. Breathe in soft gold light and let it spiral upwards through your spine, like golden threads of self-remembrance. Visualize your rainbow body forming around you layer by layer of translucent, iridescent colors, gently cocooning you. Above your crown, a radiant sun appears, filled with diamond white light, encoded with new self-worth frequencies. Let this light pour down like honey through your chakras. With each breath, silently affirm, I am enough, I am divine, I am the key and the doorway. See the light expand through your aura, touching the earth, the cosmos, and all beings. Smile and let the stillness vibrate in every cell. You are whole. And just maybe think of that in the morning or before you go to sleep at night. And just let it enfold you in its beautiful brilliance and soft or strong rainbows, however you're visualizing them. But remember, rainbows are rainbows. They do have slightly different colors. But a rainbow's a rainbow. A rainbow's a rainbow. He's keeping our hearts centered. Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? You see, chaos. And then I worry that I don't feel joy, But then it's like, I feel bliss. So bliss is okay, guys. I'm okay in bliss. You can have your joy. It's a pleasure, my darling Kebe. I did put it, the image. Please go and, yeah, copy it. I will put the sigil up as well. Did I show you here? I will put it up. It's here somewhere. That's the sigil to it. So you can take a screenshot, or you can. It's a little complicated. I posted that sigil. I can't tell you how many that I did, and it's like I told you, the Swiss blood in me. It takes me a while to get it. Lange Leitung. The Swiss are known for not for their. There's many jokes about the Swiss that 2 or 3 days later they'll get the joke, yeah, and then they'll just start laughing. So it takes them a long time to piece things together. So, and for like 3 or 4 days, I'm just getting in various forms, slightly different, but almost with these tears and this, and I'm asking for this, and and it's coming up the same. So eventually I thought, I think I've got to post this sigil. So it works with so many things. So I'm drawing it in my new big white book because I think it's just a very beautiful one to do. So you don't have to do it, but it is there. I did post it on the. Oh, and that was it's part of my feng shui course. Maybe one day I'll do that again. But it's what I say when I am doing, when I do but it's every day really now. But you said that when you had, especially when you're doing a process, like you're going to do a consultation or you're reading cards, because from that moment or from before, you dedicate that time to the energies, to the spirits, to whatever your guides, to what happens. So whatever happens is part of the process. So for me, it would tell me so much about a client. So before I left my house, then I would just, like, as I left my house, I would dedicate, this is the space, and it's now the whole day doesn't belong to me, it belongs to my client. So if I would see some fabulous paper that had blown down my driveway that had a message on it, maybe I left my keys in the house and I had to come back and get it. So whatever obstacles. So maybe there you can't find the place, or you see a dead bird on the road, or the road has got a tree and you've got to take a detour, or you see like a flock of birds, or you see bunny rabbits in the middle of town. You see the weirdest things. So this is, and Millie's also doing this a lot, it's just reading your environment all the time. Hey Lottie, thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you for creating beautiful music. But yeah, it is all about, don't get too neurotic about it. You don't have to, but it's just stuff that just goes into you. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, these birds are really spying me out. Yeah. So, yeah. Germany is just so clean, so we've got to like really look for our symbols here. It's a weird place, but it does hold a lot. Our ancient future, a lot. So my beautiful, beautiful beings of light, go and shine like little stars, big stars. Yeah. Bathe yourself, and remember, we've got lots in our personal stuff. We've got lots of the steady stuff to keep finishing. Yes, just finishing up the work, because on the 25th Saturn moves into Aries, so it's going to be quite different. So at the moment, Karen, maybe it would be really awesome if you could actually talk about because it's been that 29-year journey of Saturn before we get to the 25th, just so some that can hear, have a little bit of preparation. Or, it'll go in. It's not just here, because as you speak it goes out into the whole. So just, yeah, tidying up the last bits of Saturn in Pisces. And yay, aren't I just the lucky recipient? I am going to have Saturn in my house of Aries, in my first house, in my house. Double Aries coming with Saturn. Thank you, Father. I'm so glad I have a decent relationship with the big Umkulu Kulu. We do shout a lot. So I have lots. Yeah. Yeah, it's going in on the 25th. I think I could be wrong, but I think it's then. I mean, I don't remember everything. I remember a lot. Sometimes I get a little bit, and that's okay. So remember, guys, we are the fools. The little fool there, we are the fools off on that journey. We've got fuck all. We've got no money. We've got no cell phone. We've got jack shit. And off we go again, stepping off the cliff. Big, all the joie de vivre. And then we're going to, whatever comes next. You have to be resourceful with no money. You become the magician, whether you like it or not. You have to look at but it's just so nice. Hey, you just become the magician. So I think it's just so awesome that we're going to be all moving in onto a whole new fool's journey. Remember, fools rush in where angels fear to tread. Thank God for us. Yay! I totally agree. No, and it's not for everybody, not everybody. Some have got their feet nicely on the ground, and thank God for them, really, thank you. No? Yeah. I'm just really pleased that I can do what I'm doing. Thank you, beautiful Fatima. Keep dancing, keep singing. Oh, I love you all so much, guys. As I just keep saying, we are so brave. Don't stop to think too long. Don't look down. Just keep going. So we'll see you in the Discord. I love that word. I had a friend that had an incredible, completely off the wall people. They had a clothing shop called Disorder. So I mean, it was sort of punk, whatever knows. And I said, well, how did they came? It was very logical how they came up with the name, because he said, well, we're just getting disorder and disorder and that order and disorder. All the orders are flying in, so they called it Disorder. I love words. Okay, guys, let's go and create a little bit of disorder around. And remember, you're welcome to use my mantra. Don't reach for the stars. It's rude. Ask somebody to pass them to you. Love and light and sparkles and rainbows and namaste and all that other stuff with a little dash of wasabi.